Hey YouTube, Van 13 here again. Just wanted to throw up a video real quick of the V guitar project. I've gotten a few emails, personally direct emails about it, asking me, hey, have you started? You finished it? What's the deal with it? And it just so happens that there is an update as of tonight on that. So let me explain what it is and let me explain what's going on with it first, okay? I got a buddy of mine who works for a company that paints on contracts, mostly for the government, and he's allowed to bring in personal projects once in a while. And he had seen the progress I'd done on the Charvel, and was like, "Oh, dude, you should let me paint that, blah 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 blah. I work in a paint shop," and I explained to him I wanted to do it personally and all that. And talks of the V came up. Now, I've had this thing since probably the late 90s. I think 97-ish is when I got it. A good buddy of mine who used to own a music shop in Melrose, Massachusetts called The Music Shop. Original, yeah, I know. The shop's still there, but he's not. He's sold it. The people who own it now, good guys. I forget his name. I moved out here, since then, and I've only talked to him online periodically. But the original owner was a gentleman named Scott. And now he builds guitars in Texas under the name Birdsong Guitars. And really great stuff, beautiful natural woods. He does a lot of stuff with mesquites. I mean, he uses the typical woods that most people use. But long story short, he's out there building guitars. Go ahead and check his website out. It's birdsongguitars.com. And if you end up chatting with him, just let him know Chris from Melrose sent you his way. Long story short, he had this little music shop. And, we would help each other out. I would either bring people in for him, or I'd help him with a repair, or if he did that town had this thing called the Victorian Fair every year where all the stores came out to Main Street, and, they shut the whole area down. It was pretty neat. I would help him out with that type of stuff. And in turn, a lot of times he would hook me up with just cool, wacky things that came in. If he got something cool like record, he sold records, musical instruments, anything music. And that's why he called it the music shop. But anything oddball or cool or anything he knew, this is for you, dude, he would call me up and he'd hook me up. And that's where this came from. So let's just get right to it. And, I'll just show you what it is. And hopefully you think it's cool. And if you don't, oh well. Sorry, I do. So here it is. All right, again, this used to be a Carvin V220. Used to have like a little horn up here, another one down there. And the previous owner, or one of the previous owners, shaved it. I think it looks cool. I dig it. It's not quite like the Carvin's Ultra V, which is very pointy. And if I would have done it, I probably would have taken a little more off here. And I'm going to straighten this out. You can't really see it here. Maybe in a few of the pictures on that slideshow, you can see the very slight curve here. I'm going to take down a little bit over here and then re-round this off. But that's it. I've plugged up a few holes. That's easy to do with dowels and glue and sandpaper. These used to be mini toggle switches, and then there was a pot down here. Used to have a Kaler. I've sold that on eBay probably 2001 or so. Got some good money for it. Thinking I'm never going to get this guitar done. Sold off the parts, needed a few bucks. You know how that goes. And that's pretty much it. Solid maple. You can't really see with this stupid cell phone video camera, but there's like a little bird's eye in it here and there. It's pretty cool. A lot of factory fill marks. Carvin makes decent stuff. They don't make the greatest, but for the buck, it's beautiful. All right, here's the headstock. It used to be a typical Gibson V type headstock, which I've since rounded off, shortened, and then gave it this little dealio here. I don't know. Just to make it a little bit original. There's some notes on there for my buddy he doesn't know that you need to really cover that. You don't want to paint the truss rod access area, stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. Let me see the back. It just looks like typical guitar. Like I said, the body and neck are both maple. The fretboard's a beautiful piece of ebony, dot inlays. Nothing fancy there. Great big cavity there. I could do all kinds of cool stuff. Should I choose to? Might. And that's it. The only other thing that really, I personally think stands to point out is this right here. You can see that line right there? What that is this is a set neck, obviously. The reason I point that out is if you know anything about Carvin, they mainly deal with a lot of neck-through stuff. And I don't know if they advertised these as neck-through back then. I'm assuming this is an 80s model, given when I got it, and they weren't making these then. So, but no, clearly this is a set neck. So if they were advertising them as neck-through back then, shame on you, Carvin. You suck, because that's not a neck-through. That's a set neck. But that's cool. Either way, you know, set neck and bolt-on, if you ask me, same thing. As a matter of fact, there's a guy building guitars right now that'll build a guitar with a set or a bolt-on neck for the same price. Because he, as I do, believe that there's really no big difference. I personally don't, but yeah, if you do, great. But yeah, there it is. That's the only thing that's taped off. I wasn't going to paint the back of the neck, but to hell with it. Free paint job. What color? I don't know. I have no clue. He's just going to bring it to his shop, mix a couple of colors. I just told him to do something cool. And he's an artist. He's not dumb. In fact, he was the one I was going to originally give the pick guard to. That's it. All right. Well, hey, sorry about putting my thumb in the camera. That's it. That's the V. So, you know, keep emailing me about it. That's fine. I love talking shop, so if any of you guys want to subscribe or become a friend or just email me. I'll talk shop all day. You know, I'll talk about your guitars, my guitars, guitars we've never had, guitars we'd love to build. You know, anything. I love talking shop. It's probably why I still don't work at a guitar factory, because I talked more than I worked. But yeah, no, that's it. Again, I'm not going to document every little step. Matter of fact, next time you see it, I'm either going to be putting it together or it's already going to be put together. It's really that simple. I didn't want to go in depth on this one. I just have an opportunity to actually get it done finally, so it's going to get done. So until next time, guys, hey, bye-bye.